Hey guys, Ancap24 here, coming back with another play in the Broncos Gun Snugs formation series. Today we're going to be looking at a play called Curl Weak Flood. This is one of my favorite plays to be able to beat your opponent over the top for a huge chunk of yardage against cover 3. We have two different setups. Cover 4 we got one, and we got cover 2 we got another. We're going to go ahead and show you three total setups today and how we're going to be able to accomplish this. If you can go ahead and get a good pre-snap read on your opponent, you're going to be able to use the correct setup to be able to kill your opponent over the top. However, if you do call the wrong, you think it's going to be the right coverage, and it goes ahead and ends up being something different, we do have other fail-safe routes built in all these route combinations to beat all coverages. So let's go ahead and show you first against cover 3. The first cover 3 sky killer is going to be this wide receiver right here. Why did I say sky? Hey guys, Ancap24 here, coming back with another video from the Broncos Gun Snugs formation scheme series. What we're doing here is going to go ahead and do a play called Curl Weak Flood. It's going to be the 4th play in the series. This is one of my favorite plays to be able to beat your opponent deep down the field. I've shown in a different video how we beat cover 3 down the field really easily, and we're going to go ahead and show you a couple different setups today, 3 total, and couple of them are going to beat cover 3 down the field, one's going to beat cover 4 down the field, and cover 2 down the field for a huge chunk of yardage, 50-yard bomb type plays. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the first one, which is going to be against cover 3, and we're going to go ahead and be able to show you, if you get a good pre-snap read, be able to go to your play call sheet, look at what beats cover 3, what beats cover 4, what beats cover 2, use that setup and be able to torch your opponent. If you happen to get the formation wrong, we have fail-safe routes to beat all coverages in our route combinations in order to make this work and keep the ball moving in a positive direction. Here we go. First setup we're going to do is put the Y on a fade, A on a streak, B on a drag, and block your running back. If you've seen in a prior video I'm going to show that I've shown in the past, this Y wide receiver gets wide open with the A going to get the attention of the free safety and the X getting the attention of the left cornerback. However, if there's a possibility that in a formation like this, a 2-4-5 that I've got right now, those guys will bump those A and the Y, causing the Y to be off a little bit on his timing, which if that happens to where it's so severe, the X will be wide open because the left cornerback will follow the Y. But let's go ahead and show it to you real quick, show you how it works. And you're going to see here, this time, same thing we wanted before, and you're going to have that X wide open. Unfortunately, I overthrew him, but you can see how successful this play is when the route combination works here. So let's go ahead and show it to you one more time. And here's your cover 3 here. And you're going to see here again, this guy's going to get wide open. And you're going to have an easy touchdown, okay? So that's how it works against cover 3. Now let's say it wasn't cover 3 and it was actually man coverage. You didn't realize that, so I'm going to go ahead and put man coverage on. We're going to use the same route combination for everything, okay guys? So it's the same thing. Fade the Y, streak the A, drag the B, block your running back. What happens here is the B is going to be your fail-safe route. He's going to be on that drag through traffic, but the fact that you got a guy, your 2 left receivers are driving off on this combination with this Y and the X, that B is going to have a lot of room to run. If you look on the left-hand side, those guys drive off all those players, so that B has an easy path there. So let's go ahead and show you cover 2 now. Alright. Here we go, cover 2, and show you exactly how this is going to work. Same exact route combination here. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to hit this X receiver, but we're going to throw this differently. This is a pass I need you guys to kind of practice and learn. It's a touch pass that you're going to go ahead and lead upwards towards the sideline so the guy catches it and runs up the field. I'll show you here. Here goes here. In order to do this, you have to throw that. See how I throw that touch pass over his head and do there. definitely try to learn that pass, and that's going to help you in cover 2 situations all the time. Obviously, I practice that a lot and is able to throw it there, but that touch pass, not only are you going to get a lot of yards after the catch, but it's also going to get you in some tough situations to where cover 2, when that DB is playing a little bit further towards that ball than he wants to, then you could be able to throw that ball. So we showed you cover 3, we showed you cover 2, we showed you man. Let's show you cover 4, which we're in right now. And with cover 4, it's basically the same thing as a man coverage. All we're going to do is we're going to dump it off to our B receiver and on this drag and let him get some yards after catch. Now, if you remember what I taught you in the gun how to read formation series, you're looking at your 2 free safety and your strong safety, your 2 safeties there, and seeing what they do to see. So my first thought is, right now this screams cover 4. However, there are some coverages that have cover 3 that look like a cover 4 shell, and what they're going to end up doing is those safeties on a cover 3 would rotate. The guy on the left would go towards the middle of the field, and you know that it's cover 3, and you're going to go to your wide receiver. However, on cover 4, they just sit there and stand there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at them. You're going to see right now that they're going to sit and move, not move at all. You're going to dump it off to that B receiver and get your easy 5 yards, because that gets cleared out really easily. Now, you can go ahead and wait a little bit longer and get a little bit more. And there's another way here, and I'll show you that right now. If you wait long enough and you have enough time, you're going to be able to get this X receiver. Unfortunately, that time it's not going to work because I was getting pressure. You can get that X receiver open if you got enough time. Like if you're going to drop coverage or something like that. I'll show you here. All right. So here, we're going to go to the B. We're going to dump off the B. Now I got enough time. That guy's going to jump. You can throw that X receiver right there and be able to get him on an easy catch if you have enough time, because he just settles there after he hits the sideline. It's a nice option. I wouldn't use it as my first option. Maybe if you misread the cover 4 and you didn't throw it to the B, because you do need a little bit more time on that, but the B is the receiver that you want to do. All right, so that's the first setup, guys. Let's go ahead and show you the second setup. The second setup, what we're going to do is we're going to take this receiver right here, the Y, and we're going to move him over to the left-hand side. This is going to be 4.3 on the play call sheet, because I'm skipping 4.2 because I got to flip the play. I don't want to go ahead and go back and forth with it, so I just want to do it that way. All right. So once we move him to the left, we're going to put the A on a streak, and we're going to put the B on a drag, and we're going to block our running back. What this is going to do, this is going to be another cover 3 killer. You're going to be able to get this Y receiver wide open once the guy jumps the X receiver. If for some reason or another the X receiver gets bumped off of his route too far, the guy's going to cover the Y receiver, but the X receiver is going to be open. So it's kind of a 1-2 read. You want to get to the Y, you want to wait it out to the Y, but the X will be open if the Y isn't. So let's go ahead and show it to you right now. Go ahead here, and you're going to see here that the guy did follow him, so that's why you're going to throw it to that X receiver. So let's go ahead and show it to you again, and where you're going to get the other success is what I'm trying to show you. But you can see that this is a good play no matter what, but the Y will be wide open if the guy doesn't get bumped off of his route to a degree where he's going to be able to do it. Let's go ahead and show it to you again here, see if we can get better success here. Again, the guy followed it, and I know this does work, and I want to make sure that I do show it to you. And let's go ahead and put this guy here. A on a streak, B on a drag, block your running back. Let's see if we can get that here. Nope. Looks like it's happening. Let's see. Put this ball more in the middle of the field. I think what's happening right now is that that route is actually not getting out of Norman's area to run, and you're going to see that because of that, the guy is not falling for it. And I want to make sure that you see when he does fall for it how open he is. And I think it's just because of the placement of the ball, you might not be able to be on the left side for this play here. So X there, and you can see how wide open he can get for the easy touchdown once he falls for it. So run this play from the middle of the field to the right. Don't run it to the left-hand side, because you can see that, especially with a good DB, he's going to stick with that guy. But you can see if he does stick with that guy, the X is going to be open. So that's the first play on this. Now, say it isn't cover 3 and say it's cover 4. I'm going to leave it at cover 4 here. I'm going to basically, let's just get out of this here. Okay. So it's on cover 4 now, and what you're going to do against cover 4, you're just going to use the same thing we did before with the B route as your fail-safe route, and you're going to be able to just do the same exact thing. The B goes down here, and you're going to be able to get your yardage after the catch if you just throw it really, really quickly down. On cover 2, let's go ahead and show it to you here on the cover 2. And on cover 2, it's going to be very similar to before, but what I think on this one, it's kind of a tougher angle for this X to go on it. So I usually dump it off to the B receiver as a fail-safe a lot of the times. But let me go ahead and show it to you again, show you exactly how it would have worked. There's cover 2. But if you don't, you could definitely see that when you move this guy over, that you have that ability to get it to that X receiver, and we want to make sure that you know that here. So here's cover 2 again, and as he does this, you can see that he's going to be open. It's just a little bit more of a awkward throw, and I want to make sure that that is a skillful throw. So on cover 2, you may just want to get it to the B receiver and be done with it. So this one is kind of a play, in my opinion, that I'm only going to take a shot on the cover 3 look. If it's not, I would be audibling into a different cover 2, cover 3 type situation. But I want to make sure that you see it all, and there's the X again on the cover 2, and be able to get down the field. So you do have that as long as he gets a clean release. Man coverage is going to be the same exact thing as before. We're going to go ahead to the B receiver, and get him on the drag. I want to just make sure we're in man here. And when you're going to see, which is an easy man teller, is that when I move that guy over, see how that left cornerback goes and gets in his face, even though the guy on the right isn't? The reason why is because he's on a compressed set on the right. He's not going to get in his face unless they press. But if he does that, you can know it's going to be man right away. And I'm automatically going to go to the B receiver and know that beat him around the edge, get you easily 5 to 6 yards to be able to make your down and distance a little bit more manageable. Let me go ahead and show you the last one here, but we're going to go ahead and flip it. This is going to be the third setup. And the third setup is going to show you a really nice cover 4 beater that I think is one of those deals that could be a game changer if you're able to throw it in the right situations. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you right away. Against cover 4, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put the B on a fade. You're going to put the Y on a curl. And you're going to take this X receiver, move him, motion him out to the left first, then put him on a comeback, block your running back. This is going to free up your A receiver in the middle of the field. Sometimes he's wide open, and sometimes he's just a couple steps ahead of that strong safety. But because it's your number 1 wide receiver, and he's going with a full head of steam, you're going to be able to throw this ball as far as you can and run the ball down. So let's go ahead and show it to you here. And you're going to see here, it is just going to be wide open there. Hopefully you're going to make the catch. That time you always want to use the X to catch the ball. Sometimes they go ahead and they do the possession as your fail-safe, and unfortunately when I press that, a lot of times he doesn't catch the ball, and it's just one of those annoying things when you have him open. You want to make sure that you go ahead and use it. Here it is again. So this time I threw a bullet. Oh gosh. And you don't want to throw a bullet on there. You do want to go ahead and you want to throw it over the top. I was just getting a little antsy on that, but let me go ahead and show it to you. I want to make sure that you see the route combination does work. It's just a matter of making it more consistent here. So here we go. You got the time, throwing over the top, and you can see how you just lead him to be able to outrun the strong safety. It doesn't matter who the strong safety is. He doesn't catch up. You know, I don't know what I'm doing here. I suppose you can, it doesn't matter. I can just leave it like this. I'll just put the like that. It won't make a difference. Here we are. And you can go ahead and lead it a little bit that way if you need to, but I do think that leading it down the field is the better approach. And let me see if I can put a couple here consistently to make sure that you see how to make. And this is cover 4, guys. I mean, if you're able to be cover 4 right down the middle, down the seam, that's a huge thing, especially in this game right now. See how we throw it down the field, and I just need to get that right timing down. Leading him a little bit too much there, and obviously I want to make sure that I work on this a little bit on my timing, but you see how the route combination is just killer. Alright, so there it is right there, guys. You see how well that beats cover 4 the majority of the time. Even when it doesn't beat it, it's in a nice position to be able to have a one-on-one with inside position down the field for a streak, and it gives you that ability to really tag up that. See how he's not open here, but we go ahead and throw that anyways. And because he's got that angle, and he's got the speed as the #1 wide receiver, you're going to be able to just torch them. So that's the first setup, guys. I want to make sure that you saw that. That is a huge thing. So kind of just slow it down a little bit. If I was to see cover 3, I would go ahead and do that one combination, the first one. If I see cover 4, I'm coming to this. Let me show it to you one more time with cover 4. And you can see now I'm getting my timing down a little bit more, and how easy that's going to be open. Now, the great part of that is the same exact setup here is going to torch cover 2 exactly the same way. So let's go ahead and show it to you here. And I drew it up this way because I wanted to make sure that you saw this. Now, I want to make sure you know that, let's go ahead and show you this here. And you're going to see how that guy's going to split, and you're going to throw this ball down the field. Again, I need to get the timing right. Now, this is one of those deals where if you see cover 2 and it's reading cover 2, you can definitely go ahead and put this X on a fade, and it's going to even be more open. But I'm trying to keep all the combinations the same. So this is where you keep the X on the fade. See how wide open that guy is? And I'm just not throwing my ball well right now, but I want to show that it's the same combination. I want to make sure that you know that you can do the same one for both of them, and this way you don't know if it's cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, whatever it is, using the same combination. And this is against cover 2. You're going to be able to, and what I'm going to do this time, ooh, I'm going to get sacked, and I want to see if Coleman can have some fun here. No. I'm going to go ahead and run this against cover 2 one more time here to show you that it does work. And in that time, I just lofted a little bit more, give myself a little bit more time to get underneath that ball and whatnot. So that's how it kills cover 2 down the middle of the field. It beats cover 4 down the middle of the field. This play, however, does not beat cover 3. I want to make sure you understand that. It is one of those deals that if you see cover 3, you want to go ahead and do something different. The man beater on this is actually going to be this Y hook, and this little curl here. I'm on man coverage right now. You're just going to want to head and throw it right there, and that's your man beater. It's actually a pretty easy man beater. A lot of people don't like to do the hooks in the middle of the field, but against man, it's actually really easy to do, especially in a compressed set. So I want to make sure that you see that against man. You can use the same exact thing. So that's why if you see man, don't freak out. Just go right there, and you want to go ahead and time that right there, and that's your man beater. Okay, so it beats man, it beats cover 4, and it beats cover 2 deep down the field. So I just want to summarize these 3 guys. If I'm seeing cover 3, what I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to that first combination. I'm going to flip this here, and I'm going to do the combination where I'm going to put the Y here and attack with this setup. All right, you know. If I go ahead and see cover 4, I'm going to flip the play. I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what? Okay. You want to do cover 4? I'm going to flip the play. I'm going to do this scenario here. And I'm going to go ahead and attack this way. You know, and that's the beauty of this route combination, guys, is that you could have all the things in your hands to be able to see what coverage you do on the fly, change your setup, look at your play call sheet, and make it work. So hopefully this video gave you some good insight of how to use this play. Sorry that I wasn't executing as well as I should have and made this video a little bit longer, but hopefully you got the gist of how it works, and I appreciate the views, guys. Thank you.